This video is sponsored by RULA. More on them just a bit. What is up, Sea Dwellers? Tara, I was at
Sea Dweller.
Menchie's.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Frozen yogurt place. The flavor I had, it was non-dairy, so I could have it. Percy Jackson flavor. They have a Percy Jackson, the Olympians flavor. And I was like,
yeah.
I actually had the response of, ooh.
He clutched his pearls.
That must mean I like the show. Because it tastes like the show. You slap some photos, all blue.
Did it actually taste good?
It did.
It did.
Yeah, it
okay,
I
thought you were setting it up to be like, it didn't taste good.
I was saying I was excited that they had a promotional tie-in flavor.
I love that. Now I'm going to have to go.
They have a Batman one. It's all black. I'm just joking. Can you imagine?
I would eat it. I got really excited.
Not eat an all black yogurt. That sounds gross.
No.
Unless it's chocolate.
Poop is close to chocolate. It's
brown.
Exactly, brown. And then you're eating brown chocolate. You could eat black.
Could.
Exactly. See, I really switched it around there.
So we're gonna watch season 2, episode 3. Yeah, we should have an episode where we're eating that. The full-length reaction watch along where you take with your own copies at Patreon. Thanks for joining. Thanks for buying shirts like Tara's shirt here.
Yeah, get it.
Tara's shirt. Rejuvenation shop. Buy some teas. Like my Gary shirt. You guys get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, how you feeling? You good?
I'm good. A little tired today, but I'm good. I ate some corn nuts before we started this.
Nice.
And it's a little pick-me-up. What about you?
I had a double quarter pounder with cheese.
You did not.
Large, supersized fries.
You're lying. That's
extra large Coke.
So good.
So I'm going to fall asleep in the next 2 minutes.
I know what he's doing here.
All right. let's watch this show.
He's making some fun.
Making it funny. All right. You ready, Tara?
I'm ready.
Luke was here and he knew what he was doing. If the tree falls, the barrier falls, and camp will be open to any attack.
Luke!
Yep.
Our champion, Clarice LaRue.
That's what I call what I did to the toilet the other day.
Ew.
How did you get here?
A sea monster, but it's all part of his system, his trap.
Who's he?
Polyphemus.
Polyphemus.
I'm guessing I'm gonna need whatever's in that bag.
You mean Percy's not throwing away his shot?
Remember how many times Greg was like, it's Titan. His name is Titan.
It is Titan.
And then I was like, it's Tyson, brah.
I honestly forgot it until
See?
right now.
Yet again.
Are we on a ship? Looks like an actual ship.
Given Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's really dark in here.
Yeah, it's very dark. Like, when are they going to pop up?
I'm Clarice, daughter of Ares.
Well, hello, Clarice.
I'm Clarice, daughter of...
Okay. Oh.
What did you do?
Girl, what? She moved barely. She barely moved. You chopped off her head?
Oh, she back.
Oh.
That would have been so funny.
Oh, my God.
It was just the death of her.
Oh, like, wild.
She's wearing a door shirt. She's wearing a door shirt?
Nope. Not interested. She's got some bad breath, huh?
You shall sail the iron ship with warriors of bone. You shall find what you seek and make it your own.
Warriors of bone.
But despair for your life, entombed within stone, and fail.
Percy Jackson and Annabeth Chase will pay.
There was no more rhymes. I thought there was going to be another rhyme.
Nope.
For deserting camp in our time of need. Clarice, you have full authority.
Oh.
To deliver justice to these outlaws if you encounter them on your quest. Since Ms. Chase is dead to us, you must
Break a veal for her?
choose a replacement companion, buddy, quest mate. She needs 2 of them, right?
I would love to sail on that bad boy.
Questing it. That looks like Princess Cruises or something. You're a bit of a princess. That would fit your vibe.
I'd say so. I'm a bit of a diva.
Brave. Shots.
Magic vitamins, thermos of winds, no drachmas though.
Okay.
This secret Chiron told you I can't know.
I know what you're gonna say.
I thought of a way we can make this work just between us.
Guys,
He has magic hearing.
I can still hear you.
He has
That's okay,
great
dude.
hearing.
Percy, you already know there's something you're not supposed to know, which is bad enough.
Okay, so don't tell me anymore.
Yeah.
What?
Don't tell me.
That's your idea?
I trust there's a good reason to stop me from leaving camp or going on the quest or whatever. I trust Chiron, but mostly I trust you.
But now you're on the quest.
I'm guessing this is something to do with my future or maybe my past that I don't know, but if I did know, it'd make me act a certain way or do something stupid, right?
Right.
If you see me doing something that leans in a bad direction, you stop me with a code word.
A code word.
Yeah, I was thinking
Bad.
Boone.
Boom.
I say we check out the pool or the arcade or the buffet.
Have a little
Monsters.
He can smell monsters.
I saw monsters on the ship.
Monsters, plural.
fun. Uh-oh.
You talking like politicians? There's billionaires on her. Paramount trying to buy Warner Brothers. Oh, Daddy's first time I'm going to see them together.
Okay.
Lord Ares, Father, I am humbled by your presence.
Humble's for losers.
All right.
Heard you snagged the Golden Fleece gig. Looks like you're too ding-dong short of a quest.
Yeah.
Didn't want any dead weight slowing me down.
That's not how a quest works, though.
This is your ride. Ironclad. Raised her from a watery grave and amped her out.
Oh, sweet.
That's awesome. It's like a military.
Who are they?
These losers, those are your line officers. Raise them from the grave, too.
Reanimated.
On my honor, I won't let you down.
Good, because you know what'll happen to you if you fail. Let me warm these guys up for you.
Okay.
Attention, maggot!
Oh, she still wants Daddy's approval.
Yep.
You will make sure that she succeeds, because if you don't,
She does not like that.
I will personally grind your bones to dust, then sweep that dust into a tiny little baggie
Yep.
and chuck that sucker into the pit of Tartarus.
Ugh, you spit on that guy for sure. I just saw it.
He's got makeup, though, you know.
Yeah, kind of cards. Good makeup.
Those are the same Lystrigonians we saw at camp.
They're walking right out in the open.
The mist must be working overtime to hide them.
May have to get off the ship in a hurry.
Yeah, monsters.
Why don't you grab the rest of the gear?
Gotta be something else.
Where are you going?
We gotta go grab Tyson and get as far from the ship as possible.
The girl from the forest who was with Grover.
It just doesn't make sense.
Oh, yeah.
Annabeth Chase? Allison.
Sims?
Glory to Athena.
Honor to Apollo. This is Percy.
Oh, I know.
Apollo's her father.
You're from camp?
Graduated. Been seeing the world.
Oh.
Allison, you have to come with us now.
No, this is a hunt.
What are you talking about?
Monsters on the ship. 3 Lystrigonians were just behind you. You're lucky to be alive.
Where are they?
They took a service elevator. We couldn't follow.
Oh, she's clever. She's clever.
Wait, where are you going?
I've got friends on board. Demigods. Stay here and I'll go get them.
Hold on a second.
We don't know how many monsters there are. There could be more.
My crew are monster hunters. We'll even the odds.
Are they good? I can't tell.
I can't tell either.
Like you had the odds on Grover?
What?
Saw her in a nightmare. She's leading us into a trap.
Oh, Percy, you're smart.
Luke won't be happy when I bring him your
Sniffed
heads.
her out.
Oh, that's right. I forgot she's on Luke's game. Yeah.
But he'll get over it.
Oh, yeah, she's the Sydney Sweeney girl.
Yeah. Oh, damn. She can move.
Oh, wow. That looks good.
People watching this fight, there's a whole cruise of people.
I know, right? Oh, that was easy. Good job.
Damn, good effects.
Yeah. Surprised we didn't hear in the background, like, someone help them.
I'm surprised no one noticed them fighting.
Yeah.
This is why Hermes sent me to this ship. Luke is here. This is the mark of Kronos.
It's the mark of Kronos is what it is.
Got it.
As we sail into the Golden Age, be sure to indulge in the shrimp buffet on the Lido deck.
Oh, look at that. That's funny.
So feel free to participate in any and all of our exciting activities.
So they can do all these activities without being seen.
He's not just
Yeah,
here. This is his ship.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Oh.
Got it.
Maybe that's why no one could see. It's gotta be.
This is where I'd want to be. This ship. This ship's cool as hell.
I wonder if some of these things that like the cannons are digital. I can't really tell. This is a pretty cool ship.
Yeah.
I'd love to be on this.
We set a course for the Sea of Monsters. Coordinates 31, 37, north by 56, 12, west.
Show respect, assholes.
I'm talking to you, maggots! We've got a lot of ocean to cover and not a lot of time, so move!
You guys are gonna
Oh,
get killed.
I kind of like that they're not listening. I'm like, now what are you gonna do?
She has to earn their respect, man.
Yeah.
Kronos didn't trust his kids, so he ate them. Zeus got him to barf him back up. Chopped his dad into pieces with his own scythe. Kronos wants revenge.
But he's in pieces.
Easy mythology.
Uh-huh.
We're outnumbered on a boat filled with monsters. We have to strike while we can.
Boom.
That was a quick.
Fellow reject, I've been going to therapy since I believe around 2012, and Admittedly, in the past couple of months, I haven't been as consistent as I like to be. And with that, I tend to fall into like old patterns of having a difficult time asking for help, having a difficult time being honest with myself, having a difficult time just opening up in general. But going back recently, it's helped me reconnect with my actual values in life. And already I feel like the direction has been helping me get my mental health and personal life back on the track I want it to be at. And that's why today I'm happy to talk about RULA. It's an online platform that helps you connect with licensed therapists that will specialize in you. RULA makes it easy to find affordable, high-quality therapy that's actually covered by insurance. You just go to RULA.com/rejects, answer a few questions, and they'll match you with a therapist who fits your needs and schedule. You can meet with them online, and RULA patients typically pay $15 per session when using insurance. They made therapy accessible in a way that alleviates a lot of the problems that I often hear from people when they're trying to get into therapy. There's no waiting list, there's no calling around, it's seamless. And of course, if you do decide to sign up, you'll more than likely be asked how you heard about them. It would mean a lot if you could also support us and let them know we sent you by choosing our name in their drop-down menu. And sincerely, you deserve mental health that works for you and not against your budget. So you can find the therapist that's right for you at RULA.com/rejects. That's RULA.com/rejects. Thank you again, RULA. Take care of yourselves, people.
I see your point, how this could be a problem.
Giving into revenge?
No, the code word thing. You could just say Boone to win any argument
That's
ever.
exactly what I was like.
I was like, how many times is she going to use that?
When Luke poisoned Thalia's tree, it was like seeing my brother stab my sister in the back.
I've seen my brother do that to my sister.
No one is angrier at Luke than I am. I don't want to see him dead.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'll tell you the same thing I told Hermes. I don't think Luke can be saved.
And I do. I have to.
Oh, it's the battle for Luke's soul.
Luke has good reason to hate the gods. Kronos used that to manipulate him. I want to get him away from Kronos. I want to get him away from this ship.
Got it.
Capture instead of kill. I can work with that.
I wonder if these...
As long as we steer clear of Boone.
We need new code word.
I like Boone.
Thank you.
The Admiralty Suite. Luke's all about glory. He'd take the biggest room for himself.
There's still a lot of monsters. How do you get them off the ship without being seen?
I got an idea.
Okay. Poseidon, we're surrounded by water. Yeah, can't you do some stuff? Do some Percy stuff with the water.
Okay, what's your plan?
Kick down the door. Hi, Luke.
That's your plan.
Yeah, or maybe.
Hi, Luke.
Bye, Luke.
Percy, you can't take him in a fight.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I think Percy can take him. Percy did a pretty good job at the end of last season.
I agree with that. Oh, she's back. Open up.
I think it's just one of her people. I don't think that was Luke. It was an Asian guy, so I got confused.
I don't think it was Kronos either. I don't know, though.
Not Kronos.
Or, I mean, Luke, yeah.
Can you listen in?
They boarded near the stern. They have a pet cyclops with them.
That's not a pet. Poseidon claimed him. He's Percy's brother.
Wow.
He's right outside the door.
Right. Oh, okay. They were not scared.
They're smarter than that.
Bum.
Little nicer than Cabin 11, huh?
Wow, you're wealthy.
Yeah.
He'll
He
be
looks
safe
like a
here.
yacht boy.
Tyson!
Percy!
They won't hurt you.
How'd you learn about this ship?
Your dad told me. Apparently, he still thinks there's hope for you. I disagree.
Oh, good. Hermes should lose hope. His time is over.
If Hermes knows where you are, then so does the rest of Olympus. Surrender now to us. And maybe Zeus spares your life.
Zeus doesn't do mercy. Look how he spared his own daughter. Besides, shouldn't Poseidon be the god I worry about?
Because you're threatening the sun?
Poseidon hasn't shown up because he's already too busy fighting.
Oh, fighting for his life inside that thing?
The Great Awakening has already begun. The Titans are returning because Kronos is returning.
Oh, that's Kronos. Okay. Got it. It was so confusing when he was like...
That's why you need the Golden Fleece, to speed up his healing.
We'll forge a new body for him.
So that's why you poisoned Thalia's tree, to force a quest for the fleece.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you destroyed all that's left of your oldest friend.
You didn't know her.
Oh, yeah, that's a good strategy, though.
Thalia and I were on the run together for 2 years. You were with us for 2 months. You were just a kid.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Thalia hated Zeus. If she knew about the great prophecy, if she knew she had a chance to tear down Olympus, she would have never given up her life. That tree is her curse. She'd be glad to see it fall.
Did he say great prophecy?
So it really is a battle of like 3 different philosophies right now.
Yeah.
I always liked you, Percy. You deserve to know the truth.
I mean, we, the audience, would like to know, too.
Yeah, we would.
Tyson's the son of Poseidon.
Tyson, you okay?
He gets treated like an outcast just because his mother wasn't human.
Tyson's actually blending in pretty well.
Needs more power. Can I borrow a fireball?
Here with us, he can use his talents as a master craftsman.
Oh, great. They've tricked him.
He'll be rewarded for those skills. And he'll be accepted, not treated like a problem to solve.
It's almost like a cult. Like when you get lonely, you feel like an outcast. People join a cult, they feel welcome.
If a child of the eldest three were to join our ranks, that would be a powerful show of loyalty to Kronos. We wouldn't need more recruits. We wouldn't even need the fleece.
He relies a lot on the predictions of what he thinks people will respond.
Did Kronos tell you about the great prophecy?
He speaks directly to me now.
And you trust him not to twist the words of a prophecy in his favor?
Kronos speaks to Percy, too, and twists.
The words are clear.
It's prophecy. The words are never clear.
Yeah.
All done.
Good work. What you call it?
Oh, I would
It's
love
gonna
that.
explode.
Uh-huh.
A bomb.
Oh, nice. There we go, Tyson. That's great. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, Tyson's such a good addition to this show.
I agree. I love him.
There!
Oh. Nice.
2 episodes in a row, escaping on boat, looking at the bad guy from afar.
Yeah. Oh, right. That thing, the burst of wind. Whoa. That came in handy. Don't waste all the wind.
You're all losers, right? You owe debt to the god of war because you failed in battle. But let me ask you guys, what do you owe to yourselves?
Trying to gain some self-respect.
Maybe this is more than just another tour of duty. Maybe this is a second chance to change how you're seen.
There we go.
You all have
Talk 'em
that
up.
chance right now
Their
to
fate is
become the heroes who found the golden
death.
fleece.
Oh.
To take this win and shove it down the throats of everyone who's ever doubted you. Who's with me?
How do you know?
They all are now, I would assume. One's gonna go, then they all go. We know how this goes.
Then let's get this floating hunk of pig iron on the move.
Listen, it ain't no Independence Day speech, but I still liked it.
The numbers you gave pointed to the middle of Rocktown, New Jersey. That's a strange place for a sea of monsters, no?
The dream came to me, not Tantalus.
Yeah.
And those numbers aren't even the right ones. Jackson.
Claire, you're on the same side. You just don't know it.
Thanks for getting us out of there. That was quick thinking.
Those big guys weren't so bad. They were actually kind of funny.
Then why'd you make the ball?
This isn't a black and white fight.
Because you and Annabeth were in trouble. And a real hero stands up for others.
I hope you call him brother by the end of this.
I think he was right.
What?
About Thalia. Maybe I didn't really know her. Maybe I just thought I did. If I was wrong about her, maybe I'm wrong about everything.
You're not wrong. Luke is the one who's wrong because he believes Kronos' lies.
Percy, I don't know the full prophecy.
Maybe Luke doesn't either.
He gave me the gist. He wouldn't tell me the exact words. If Luke's right about anything, it's that you deserve to know the truth about your own fate.
Listening to Luke over Chiron, huh?
Yeah.
The prophecy tells of a child of the eldest three, who upon reaching 16 years of age, will become a powerful weapon.
Oh, that's him.
The hero of the prophecy will decide the fate of Olympus. A single choice that either saves the age of the gods
Or the humans?
Or destroys.
or destroys it.
Yeah, okay.
Chiron thinks I might destroy Olympus. What do you think?
What was Tyson they're talking about?
Oh, right.
You were right.
You shouldn't have
I
known.
wish I didn't know.
Yeah, of course. It's a lot. This is a lot of pressure. That weather does look awesome.
They're going right into the hurricane here, a little storm. Tara, I'll pay you $30,000 if you grab that mouse.
Wait, say that again.
$30,000 if you grab that mouse and turn this on.
Yes.
Tara, here we are.
Here we are.
We watched Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters.
Yeah, we did.
No, we don't have questions. We're watching this when it just came out.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Think, Tara. Think. How are you, Tara? What'd you think?
I liked it. I like that we got on the cruise ship. I have always liked the chemistry with Luke and Percy. I like that it sort of picked up, right? There was some action here. I like the fighting with our Sydney Sweeney gal, the choreography there. And now, once you said it could be Tyson and not actually Percy, but then once Percy was like, yeah, I wish I hadn't known. I'm like, I think it is him, maybe. Anyhow, I think it's getting way more intriguing for me because I'm like, okay, well, what is going to actually happen here? How is it going to unfold? This episode was actually exciting. I liked it.
You gonna ask me how I feel?
What about you?
Oh, I'll tell you, Tara.
I thought you would just go.
No, it's not my style. You know, I like to be asked. Even if I don't want to express it, I just like being asked. Yeah, it was good. It was a episode that was less about action and moving plot forward, and I think more about decisions and the philosophical divides of battle. It was also a setup for more to come. Like you had Claire with the ship people, and you see that she's also trying to get father's approval. And you also have Luke, who has a disdain for his father, and in some ways you can see that if he had his father's approval, maybe he wouldn't be going down this path.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like parental stuff of seeking approval that is like, because our characters are really dealing with a lot of neglect and abandonment because their gods are always so holier and mightier than thou, and they don't get to know their parents, so then they make these like decisions along the way that could be detrimental for not just the gods but the human race as well. So I like that it was taking the time to slow down and flesh out, is this fight going to be as black and white? Is it's not so, it doesn't feel like Luke is just a bad guy. It seems like he has motives that kind of make sense. I understand when he's saying like, they'll join my side, they'll follow me, they'll follow us. And you see this little cult camp that's kind of forming, and you're like, well, you know, in a lot of ways you can kind of view the camp that we're with as a cult as well. All of this can feel like a machination of different types of cultures combining with thought processes. So I did enjoy that it was more about the gray of it, you know, and I think the emblematic side of it would come in the form of Tyson, when he's like, you know, those guys actually weren't so bad. They were good. Those giants were so cool. Then why'd you attack and hurt them? Because you guys were in trouble and danger. You know, like, again, it's the idea that when you first see these giants, you assume they're just bad guys, but maybe they're not actually bad guys after all, and no one's really bad here. They're just fighting for what they truly think is right, and maybe there's actual points that they're making. However, it shouldn't come at the consequence of all these people dying, you know?
Right.
And like this weight of responsibility placed on those who didn't ask for it. And that's kind of what Percy is contending with at the very end there, too. And Claire as well, with this weight of responsibility. It's like the kids are all pawns and used at the end of the day for a war that is not really theirs, but their parents'.
Yeah, that's true. And when they're down there, like with the monsters,
yeah,
it sort of is like when Luke describes it, I was a little bit more on board with Luke because he's like, well, Tyson, he's, you know, we've got all these outcasts here, and now they've found a place where they're welcome. Nobody bugs them. They do their training. They do their stuff. And I'm like, oh, yeah, not so bad.
Yeah, we haven't really, I don't feel like, unless I'm missing something, I don't really feel like I've seen Luke do anything that's that bad. He harmed Talia, he harmed the tree.
Yeah.
Because he's engaging in war. So, like, that's a fucked up thing he did. But outside of that, you know, like, I know it's led to some dangerous stuff. But at the same time, he does think I kind of get where he's coming from, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not on his side per se, but I get it, is what I'm getting at.
He was a lot worse when he first turned bad, because remember he tried to kill Percy?
Yeah.
And now I feel like he's developed this train of thought on how he wants to pursue what Kronos is telling him. And now he has a wider like lens as to what he's going to do and how to accomplish it. And I don't think Percy is that much of a threat to him anymore.
Well, it seemed like he really actually doesn't want Percy to die. He doesn't want any of them to really die. Like when
Right.
they were escaping, it seemed like the last thing he wanted was for them to actually be killed.
Yeah.
So I like that it creates gray there, and even the gray of who to listen to and to make your own choices when you have Annabeth being poised with last episode of "Don't tell Percy this," and they're trying to figure out how to if it is information that should be learned or should not be learned, and should they listen to Chiron? So it's cool that you're watching them at a pivotal point where they're having to make the adult choices for the adults. So yeah, no, I liked it. It was good. It wasn't like perhaps the most thrilling or the most cinematic of them, but it took the time to slow down and ask some good questions and set the stage for the bigger things that are to come, I think. I feel like the next episode will probably have a good reward to what this was.
Yeah, this one felt like it was definitely laying the foundation. I would be very excited to see Clarice, on her cool ass boat. She gets all the dead people all hyped up just to see, okay, what's going to happen here. I would like to see that action scene. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So I'm waiting on it.
Yeah, and they didn't even seem like he didn't as I already said, he didn't raise, generals or something. He didn't raise the top of the top. These are people who were probably just there.
Right.
And people to be used. And so yeah, it's like a lot of underdogs, and watching Clarice learn how to motivate by going to the heart and not just bark orders like a dictator, and learn how to actually lead was pretty cool. Very different than from Ares, who leads by fear. She was leading by inspiration, which is opposite of her father, who is often leading by fear, and that's kind of what the gods tend to operate off of. So yeah, I think when you really examine it, there's a lot more going on than perhaps one might see. So I enjoyed it. I still prefer the first 2 episodes, but this was still a good addition to the season.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm excited to see how this pays off for 4. But I really love Tyson a lot. Like anytime he's on screen, I think he's very, very, very enjoyable and underestimated. And he's got a sincerity, but a toughness, and he's smart. He's really fucking smart.
Yeah.
So I'm personally enjoying him the absolute most.
Yep, I'm with you on that. Especially when he was with the monsters. He was like, "Can I try a fireball?" He looked excited, like he was in a place where he was finally welcome, because he has been, even though Annabeth and Percy obviously welcome him, he still feels like a little bit of an outsider. Like he kind of just found out that's his brother. I mean, they all just found out via not Percy, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, but when you see him with the monsters down below and he's messing with the fireball, and you hear that monologue that looks like, yeah, he would be welcome here. It gave me an extra soft spot in my heart for him, because it made him feel like more of an outcast, because now we're putting him with the monsters. That's the only place with Luke, which is kind of the bad people a little bit right now, where Tyson would fit in. But at the same time, I'm glad that he ended up back with Percy and Beth. But yeah, I like Tyson a lot too. He's great.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for episode 3 of season 2. We'll see you for 4 next week. Leave your thoughts down below. Would you actually join Luke? Come on now. Be honest with yourself.
Maybe.
Hope Disney buys WB. I'll see you guys.